Welcome back to the Big Loud podcast. In this episode, I'm joined by Anna Waters. We discussed why she moved from Newcastle to Dubai and what it's like to move to a different country on your own. If you enjoy this one, please drop it a like, and if you're new, subscribe. And now, I'll let you enjoy the episode. Thank you very much. Anna, welcome to the Big Loud podcast. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm not too bad. How's the weather in Dubai today?
It's amazing. It's so nice this time of year. It's like, in the summer, it's horrible.
Too much.
It's really too much. Most people leave in the summer, whereas I arrived in the summer, which is not a good idea.
Oh.
But the weather this time of year is just perfect.
Yeah, I can imagine it's a lot better than what we're dealing with at the moment in the UK.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, well, it definitely is if you're saying what you're saying. But yeah, I know a girl that I used to work with who's from Dubai, and she said it's just unbearable in the summer. It gets to like 40, 50 degrees.
Yeah, and it's not just the heat, it's the humidity as well. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Anything more than a 5-minute walk, and you're just like, no, I need to get a taxi or I need to drive there. Honestly, it's just too much.
Yeah, I went in December 2019, so not too much before COVID, really.
Yeah.
And it was still like 25, 26 degrees.
That's what it's like now.
Which was perfect.
Yeah, it's so nice. You picked a good time of year to go.
Yeah. I don't think I could deal with the summer. I'm a bit too pale for that. I would end up coming back like a lobster.
This is my problem. I am so pale. And when I came back home in the summer, everyone was a bit like, Anna, I thought you lived in Dubai. I was like, yeah, but I'm still just so pale.
Just don't go outside.
Yeah, I'm in the gym all day. Like, I never go outside.
So, would you like to give yourself a quick introduction, what you do and who you are?
So, I am a personal trainer. I've been personal training for, I don't even know how many years now. But I qualified in 2016.
Too long.
Yeah, too long. Qualified in 2016.
7 years ago then.
Yeah, but
Or coming up to 7 years.
Yeah, at first I started off just doing classes and things. And I also did sports massage at the same time. That's sort of how I got into personal training. I wanted to do a massage course. That's what the route I wanted to go down. And it just so happened that sports massage and personal training was in the same course. I was like, okay, go on then, I'll give that a go. And then I ended up actually preferring the personal training side of things. So I'm lucky that I had to do it in a way to do my sports massage, and it ended up working
Right place, right time, really.
Yeah, exactly. It ended up working out really well.
So, if you were qualifying 7 years ago, how long ago was it when you got actually into the gym?
Into the gym. So I started training myself as soon as I could, really. As soon as you could, you were allowed to go into gyms on your own without someone who's over 18. So I was maybe 16 or so. I started off going to an exercise for less. I just wanted to get stronger, because I used to ice skate at the time, and I was just huge on my ice skating, and I just wanted to build strength. I wanted to build my power, just get stronger for that. Looks was a little bit to do with it, but it was mainly just I wanted to improve my ice skating. That was my main focus of the gym. And not gonna lie, I had no idea what I was doing. I would just go into the gym. I don't even remember. I don't think I had any structure to my workouts at all. I didn't log my workouts. I would just go in, hop on the squat rack, do a bit of lat pull down, and be like, that was some burpees in the corner. I'd be like, that was a pretty good workout today. And looking back now, I'm like, oh my God, I would never do what.
We all started somewhere, didn't we?
It's so funny.
So how old are you now then, if that was 16?
So I'm 25 now, so that was
25.
9 years ago.
9 years. So that was... I spoke to Becca on my last podcast about this. Back then, lifting weights for women wasn't really the popular thing, was it?
No.
It seems to have come over social media over the last few years. There's a big sort of strong, not skinny portion.
Yeah.
All of the rest of the things that have gone with that. So to even have been doing the weights in the first place and not doing the standard sort of cardio bunny stuff that quite a lot of girls got into when they first joined the gym, what made you sort of go towards the weights? Was it just purely for wanting to be stronger for ice skating?
It was wanting to be stronger, and looks-wise, I wanted to build muscle as well. So naturally, I am so skinny, so slim. And obviously, I didn't want to really put on fat. I wanted to still look toned, we'll say, but I wanted to build muscle as well.
Yeah.
So I knew that I had to do weights to do that, because I wanted to just improve my body composition in a way, because when I was younger, like, I never used to fit into clothes very well. Like, when everybody else my age was, like, able to fit into the adults' clothes at New Look, I was like, oh, I can't fit into those clothes. Like, I always felt like I was a step behind. Like, I never looked the way that everybody else looked. It's just the way that I felt, because I'm naturally so slim. And part of that is just my genetics. But then it's partly because of how much ice skating I used to do. Like, I was just constantly doing
burning calories.
cardio, burning calories. So there was no wonder I could just eat whatever I wanted. It was great, to be honest, because I never used to put on weight, so I could just eat whatever I wanted. Didn't matter. But then it was the fact that, I just feel like a stick all the time. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I was similar actually when I used to row. So back in like high school and college, I was rowing. I had the similar thing, like I could literally eat whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
And I think I was putting away I was actually speaking about this last night. I think I was putting away about 6,000 calories a day without even thinking about it. Yeah. And I was about 14 stone and barely like any fat to it. And it was ridiculous what I was doing thinking about it now. Because I'm on about half those calories and I'm about 16 and a half stone now.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. Yeah, it makes such a difference. Yeah, if I ate the same as what I did when I was like 16 or so, I couldn't eat.
I'd love to do it.
Oh my God.
I'd love to be doing it.
Yeah, it was great.
Just not having to worry about anything.
Yeah.
It's so good. But we've already sort of touched on it. You're obviously now in Dubai.
Yes.
How long have you been there for?
So I moved here the end of May last year. So I've been here around 8 months now, sorry.
So you moved from Newcastle about 8 months ago.
Yeah.
What was the main reason that you actually moved to Dubai? Like, how did it come about?
Yeah, it was Dubai was random, to be honest. I never had Dubai as a place that I really want to live there, but I knew that I just always wanted to live abroad, and it was just a matter of where to go.
And you chose the place with no tax.
Well, I mean, come on. And then I found a job, from an old PT that I used to work with. He told me about a job opportunity out in Dubai because he did the same thing. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just apply for that. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But may as well go for it. It's a great opportunity. Passed through all the stages, and then I was like, okay, off to Dubai.
And that
was it, yeah.
So you say it's like a job opportunity. Is it some sort of like scheme to get people from abroad into Dubai, or was it literally just a job opening?
No, just a job opening. So the gym that I worked at, there was people from everywhere, really.
Right.
And it was probably easier if you're already living in Dubai for that company. But because I couldn't interview there in person, so I had to do like lots of Teams calls and things like that.
So not only did you almost become a PT by chance, because it was on the same course as your massage course, you just happened to be in the right place at the right time to also get a job opportunity.
This is just my
in Dubai. I mentioned it.
Yeah. I used to have a plan when I was younger, but I want to do this by this age and this by this age. And then now I'm just like, yeah, you can't plan anything. You've kind of got to have a rough idea of what you want out of life. but then just go with the flow, see where it takes you.
So, obviously you've been there for 8 months now.
Yeah.
Do you prefer it to live in the UK?
Yes and no. It's a tough one because they both have pros and cons, without a doubt. The cons is I just miss nature so much. Like, that was my favourite thing about the UK.
There's not a lot going on in Dubai, is there?
Oh my god, no, there really isn't. But it is a comfy life out here. It's nice. I mean, the weather's great, apart from that few months in summer. Yeah, it's just it's quite an easy, it's a comfy life, yeah.
Have you been out to the desert yet?
I've only been once.
It's a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you just see, like, Dubai city centre just getting further and further away, and all you can see ahead is just sand.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like you don't see any buildings at all, and it's just...
Nothing.
One extreme to another. It's so bizarre.
I don't get how they manage to get around in the desert and not get lost.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking the whole time, because like we went out, it was called like a desert safari when we went, and they took us out in the big Land Cruisers up and down the sand dunes, and they're ragging it round, and then I'm like, how do they know where they're going? And then all of a sudden we're on a road. I was like, because like the sand's constantly moving as well, so like each day they go, it doesn't look the same.
No, exactly.
But next minute we're on a road and they know exactly where they're going. It baffled me.
They're probably they don't know where they're going, they're just taking it by chance. Oh, we'll find the road eventually.
Honestly, mental. And the driving over there is insane. Like, we were literally like bumper to bumper doing like 80, 90 miles an hour down this motorway.
Oh my god, do not get me started. I've only just started driving out here last month. I've been
I saw your stories about that, actually.
I've been so scared to drive out here. Other side of the road, other side of the car, and you've seen the way people drive out here. Like, it is not normal. And the roads are huge. It's like
it's similar to America, but it was mental. I genuinely thought we were going to die on the way back from the sand dunes, because it was like a trail of about 10 or 12 cars, and they're all flashing each other to move out the way, and I swear to God, there was about 2 foot between each bumper.
Really? Yeah, that's what it's like.
Oh.
You see crashes.
I was like holding on to my seat, bracing myself, getting ready for a crash.
Yeah, it's a near-death experience, especially if you're in a taxi or something like that, because they just bomb about the place like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not nice.
Yeah, the amount of crashes I've seen does not make it any better, because you're just like, oh my god, that could be me.
Yeah, literally. So, what's it been like moving to a different country? Have you had anything that you've had to adjust to from sunny Newcastle?
Sunny Newcastle. Yeah. So, I'm quite good at just making myself at home, I feel, like wherever I go, through my ice skating, because I would go away on an ice skating contract, go do a show, but I'd only be away for like 1-2 months at a time, and I always knew I was coming back. So it's slightly different, because this time I've gone abroad, but I'm like, I'm not coming back. So it is a very different feeling. Sometimes it can be a bit daunting, like when things go wrong, and all of a sudden you feel like, oh my god, I need to deal with all this on my own. Like, what do I do? Like, with apartment situations, if you have problems with that, or if you're stressed with work or anything. Because it's not as if you can just go see my sister and have a chat about it and then like, oh, it's all good. Or like, go downstairs. Yeah. I used to live with my parents back in Newcastle. It's not as if I could just go downstairs, have a rant, and it be over with. It's like, oh, like, I'm alone out here. So there is that side of things that you have to deal with as well. But it definitely gets easier.
So, just a little segue to your ice skating. Was that like did you do that for a job, or like, tell me more about that?
Yeah, so I started ice skating when I was 10 years old. And when I was 17, that's when I turned pro. And again, it was just a very, very random thing. So basically, my mum had saw a job opportunity just on Facebook. And she's like, oh, Anna, why don't you, like, oh, look at this. Is it to be like, this is something you could do in future? And because I was still in college at the time, I was doing sports science. And I looked at it, I read it, I was like, oh, that's for in 2 days' time. I was like, oh, I'm going to apply. Like, they're still looking for people. Why would I not apply? She's like, you can't take a month out of college. I was like, of course I can. Like, it was over Christmas. So there was 2 weeks off anyways. And I was like, what's another 2 weeks? Like, it's fine, I can catch up. So I applied. I was like, I might not even get it anyways. It's so short notice. So I applied, and then the day before I was due to fly out is the day that I got confirmation that I got the job. And then I was just, at 17, I was just like, okay, bye guys, I'm off to Malta. And people are a bit like...
Off to Malta? So it wasn't even local?
No, and people are a bit like, eh? What? Where did this come from? Like, why did you not tell me about it? I was like, I've only just found out about it myself. So then that's how I got into ice skate. How I got into shows with my ice skating.
I'm going to start asking you for the lottery numbers, because you just seem to be in the right place at the right time for everything.
I should start putting the lottery on.
It's ridiculous. So you've got experience of sort of living abroad anyway then?
Yeah.
This isn't your sort of first time you've done it. Have you lived anywhere else other than, well, I say lived, but like for shows and things like that?
So shows I've done, Malta was my first one. And then I was meant to come back for college. I came back. I did like another week. And then I was like, nah. I just can't get back into the swing of things. It's not for me. And I got another job opportunity to go to Sicily. And obviously my parents are a bit like, Anna, like, are you sure? Your education, it comes first. But I was just like, these are opportunities. You have to take them while they're there. I'm only going to get older. Yeah. And the older you get, the less opportunities you'll get with shows. Because I see it's a sport. It has an age limit. Where I was like, education, I can do that at any age. And I knew that if I didn't take the opportunities while they were there, when I get older, I would regret it.
Yeah, you don't want to be sat there with regrets, do you?
Exactly. Yeah, so that's why I was like, if I saw an opportunity, I would just take it. Things like education, it can wait. Obviously, it's important, but you can do it at any age. So that was my second one. Didn't end up going back to college. And then, where else? Marrakesh, Portugal. Feel like
and these were all for like a month or so at a time?
a month or two, never longer than 2 months. The last one I did was in London in 2019. And that was actually so nice because every time I went away, it was always over Christmas because that was the most popular time for ice skating shows to happen. And I only ever took short contracts because I did end up going back to uni. So I just took shorter contracts. So I'd take like a month or two out of uni, which I wouldn't recommend doing, but I'm glad that I did. It definitely makes things harder when you come back. But
so how did that affect your A-levels and your degree then? Like, were your grades affected or?
No. Luckily, I would always make a plan like, oh, when I go away to do this show, I'd tell all my lecturers, like, yeah, I'll do the work while I'm away, send us the stuff across, I'll do it. And I genuinely believed that I would do it. And then as soon as I got there, I'd be like, I'll do it when I get there. I was like, and to be fair, in my defense, I was just exhausted because ice skating contract it's hard work. It really is. And the time that you have.
So how many shows were you doing?
It would depend. So per day, the maximum amount of shows that I ever did in one day was 5 shows Now, this was a 2-hour show, 2-hour long show. You weren't skating for that full 2 hours, but it was like on the ice, off the ice, quick change, back on, back off, that sort of thing. It wasn't always 5 shows. You are lucky.
And would that be like every day?
Yeah. You'd rarely get a day off. The last one I did in London, we were so lucky because we got 1 day off per week. And the maximum amount of shows I think I did was 4 per day there. And the show was a shorter show, so it was better.
But you're still talking like over 20 shows a week for 1 to 2 months.
Yeah, and it's just...
Wow.
Yeah, constant.
Wow. Right, back to Dubai.
Yes.
You moved out there alone.
Yes.
Have you struggled making friends out there, or have you found ways of doing that?
I found ways of doing that. So luckily, the person who told me about the job, he was already working out here.
Right.
So I knew him already. So that was a nice start. Nice that I was going to a new company and there was a familiar face there. So that was really nice.
Yeah.
But obviously being a PT, being a female PT, you're always in a male-dominated environment, 99% of the time. So I wanted to make friends outside of work, but not just that. I wanted to have like my girls here. I wanted to make some girlfriends.
Yeah.
So there's a Facebook group called Brits in Dubai. And everyone was saying, oh, you're supposed to post when you get here, and that's how you meet people. And I was just a bit nervous about it because I thought, oh, I don't want to post. Like, I feel awkward being like, hi guys, I'm new. So I just had a little scroll down, and I saw a girl who posted saying that she was new here. She was living just in downtown, which wasn't far from me at the time. And to give her a message, I thought, okay, I'll give her a message. And then we met up for coffee one day, and we just hit it off. And then through her, I ended up meeting other people. So now I've got like my little group out here now, which is really nice. And I was lucky to find people so quick. The thing is, so many...
Standard you though, isn't it? Right place, right time.
There's a theme going on. Yeah, that is very true. But loads of people are in the same boat here. Like, there's so many expats. It's very easy to meet people. I'd say the hard thing is meeting your people. Like, finding people who you actually have a connection with. People who you can message or just go for a coffee with. It's not just drinking buddies. There's a lot of that out here. People just click with people to go out for a brunch and get absolutely smashed. It's like, that wasn't the type of people I wanted to be with. I wanted to have a proper friendship.
Yeah, I know two lads that I used to work with. They went out there on a secondment. One was in Dubai and one was in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. And literally every single day I would see on his Instagram story that he was out for some brunch or out after work. And I was like, mate, you work? Because, like, we're accountants, so, like, it's not like you can just go out and about whenever. It's like a 9-to-5 job. Yeah. I was like, every single day he was just in a club somewhere. I was like, you must be spending a fortune.
Oh, yeah, it's not cheap either. Your money doesn't go far here. It really doesn't.
It's like £5 for like a can of Coke.
Literally.
It was, like, when we were there, honestly, when we were there in 2019, I had a Monzo card, so it like converted it straight to GBP. So I'd see it come through. I'd be like, I've just paid 12 quid for a pint.
Oh my god, yeah. You don't want to look, don't look at it.
Oh, it's disgusting. Even going for like a fast food burger. What's the restaurant out there?
Not 5.
Shake Shack, I think it was called.
Oh, okay.
It cost for like a burger and some chips, something, it was like 25 quid. Like something that you get from like a Mackey's. It was like 25 quid. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
At first, everything I was buying, like in the shops, I was converting everything from dirhams to pounds constantly, and then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I need to stop doing that now.
Just take the hit.
Yeah, and plus it's like, it's not relevant anyways, because I'm not getting paid in pounds, I'm getting paid in dirhams, so I need to just stop converting things, because I'd convert it and be like, nope. Like I went to H&M, I thought, right, I just want a cheap pair of heels that are just going to look nice, just for, like, last minute I needed a pair of heels, and I couldn't order anything in time, so I thought, right, I'll just pop to H&M. I could not believe how much a pair of H&M heels were. They were going to be like, when I converted it, it was going to be like £100 or something. I was like £90 or £100. And I just thought, no. These would be like £30-40 in the UK. I just thought, no, there's no way I'm paying that much for a pair of H&M.
It's madness, isn't it? So is there anything that you've struggled with since you've moved to Dubai?
There's been lots of ups and downs.
Yeah.
But I think it's just getting used to it, and it's just thinking, do I want to be here? Do I not want to be here? There's been a lot of that. And I'd say it's only been the past, well, just very recent, that I've started thinking, yeah, I could see myself here for a lot longer than what I realised. Because I moved out here with, of course, with no plan. No plan of how long I wanted to stay for. Just see how it goes. And then within the first few weeks, I was just like, oh my God, no. Like, I cannot stay here. Like, I'll do 6 months to 1 year. I'll give myself a year. I'll get the full experience, and then I'll leave. Like, this is not the place for me. Whereas now, it's 8 months. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be here a lot longer than what I first thought I was going to be here. Time just goes so quick. And everything is just so fast-paced, which is why I feel like it's hard to feel settled, because there's always something going on. So if you do have spare time and you just sit in your apartment, you're like, should I just be sitting here? Should I not be out doing something? Like, at home, I'm such a chill person. At home, I could chill, no problem. But here, I'm a bit like, I shouldn't be chill.
You've got to be doing something.
I should be doing something.
So what was it, do you think, that has changed your mindset on from going from I'm not going to be here very long to I'm going to be here for a while? What do you think it was that sort of triggered it?
I think it's just getting used to it. I've also changed jobs. So I'm working at a new company now, which has made me feel a lot happier. I've moved into my own apartment, because at first I was in shared accommodation.
I don't think I could do that.
Oh my God. And I'm I'd call myself an extroverted introvert. So I need my alone time. If I don't get my alone time, then I just feel so exhausted. And sometimes I just want to, if you've been at work or if you've been out, I just want to go to the kitchen and not speak to anyone. Now, I was lucky. I always had really nice flatmates. I never knew them. They were strangers, but you get to know them, and they were always nice people.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just want to be alone. I'm like, I just need my own space. I need to go make my avocado on toast without speaking to anyone.
Full-blown influencer there.
So basic.
Speaking of influencers, Dubai's a bit of a place where everyone seemed to flock after COVID and everything, mainly because it was one of the first places open.
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of that still about, like, in the gyms that you work at, or just out and about? Is the people are basically vlogging cameras everywhere?
So the gym that I work at is a very private gym, so there's no members there. It's all one-to-one PT, which is so nice. But when you go to other gyms, like warehouse or Benoose, wherever it is, there's always people there with a tripod.
Yeah. They literally have Mike Thurston's YouTube videos on the big screen, don't they?
Yeah.
At Benoose.
Yeah.
I've seen, yeah.
Oh, it's a cool gym though. It's really heavy.
Yeah, it does look good.
Yeah.
No, I didn't go to the gym while I was out there. I literally went to the hotel gym that we were at.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
You missed that.
I was only there for like 4 or 5 days, I think.
Oh, okay, that's not...
So yeah, we did all the sort of touristy stuff. We went up the Burj and went to the sand dunes, went to the water park at the hotel. Just all the
nice. Yeah.
basic stuff. I mean, I want to go back, to be fair.
Yeah.
Not just to go to the gym, but...
I want to go back to go to the gym.
Yeah, I'm going to spend like 600 quid on a flight just so I can go to a gym in Dubai.
Oh, do not pay with your Monzo card because you'll see it translate like £25 or something just for one day.
Is that how much it is for a day pass?
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous when it's a tenner over here.
Yeah, I used to be the same.
Especially when like the monthly membership's like 20 quid.
Yeah.
Like you can't be doing half of that for one day.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
It's crazy.
But yeah, like going back to it, I know another girl that's been out in Dubai actually for a couple of months recently, and she was saying the price of a membership over there was like ridiculous for like a gym.
Yeah.
Something like over 120 quid or something for a gym membership.
Oh yeah, easy. I'm not massively sure on membership prices because I train at the gym.
Yeah, you have your private, yeah.
Most of the time. Occasionally I do go to other gyms because it's just nice to train somewhere where you don't work sometimes. Yeah,
I can imagine that.
But yeah, it's not cheap. But luckily being a girl, it's free for girls on a Sunday at Benoose. So sometimes I'll go there.
Alright. So Sunday's girls' day.
Yeah, ladies' day.
All the influencers turn up. Tripods everywhere. So with it being a private gym, and obviously Dubai having a lot of wealthy people, are your clients more wealthy people or are they sort of just everyday people in Dubai?
Yeah, wealthy people. Because with it being a private facility, it's not cheap. But I mean, it's just like training everyday people. It's not any different, really.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually really lucky. My clients are so nice. So I've got a good bunch.
That's always good.
Yeah, makes a difference.
So, what do you miss about the UK that's not in Dubai?
So
you touched on like not being able to go downstairs and have a rant with your family or your sister.
Yeah.
What other things are you missing?
Well, definitely nature, like I said. I used to miss just driving to the beach. When I didn't have a car, because I've got a car here now, but I used to miss just driving. I didn't realise how much I would miss just blasting my music and having a good sing in the car on the way to work. I missed that so much. So now that I've got a car, that's also what's helped us feel a bit more at home as well, to be honest. And I miss my cat. I miss my cat so much. It's so weird not having a pet because I've grown up with pets my whole life. So now I'm like, I really need to get myself a pet.
Is the food, do you miss the food or is it better in Dubai? Like, do you miss Greggs? Because I know there's a load of them in Newcastle.
Everybody says this. I'm not actually...
I've been going up to Newcastle like once. Like me and the family have a timeshare up near Newcastle, so we go up there once a year for a week. And there's literally this road that we laugh at every time because I think there's about 3 Greggs on the same street.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Every road in Newcastle's got a Greggs on.
There's even one in the airport. That makes us laugh. you see people get off the plane and they'll just go straight to Greg's.
Straight for a Greg's.
It's so funny. I'm not actually a big fan of Greg's, and I feel like a criminal saying that, being from Newcastle. I know.
Oh dear. I know a girl actually that used to go. Did she go to Newcastle Uni, or was she? Oh no, she was from Newcastle. I used to work with her, and she said there's a Greg's in the city centre that's open till like 3 a.m. You know, for all the people after the clubs.
Yeah, there is.
Imagine going to Greg's after a night out.
Like, on a night out, who thinks, I really
I'd
fancy
love a Greg's right now. Yeah. Instead of like a kebab or a pizza or something.
Or just a Mackey's.
Yeah, let's have a sausage roll or a steak bake.
Oh, I'd love a steak bake.
Oh, jeez.
No.
It is mad.
Yeah. I don't miss food from back home because there's so many choices for food out here.
Yeah.
Dubai is known as a place where you come out here and you gain weight. There's a thing called the Dubai Stone because it's so... it's commonly known. Like, it's so easy just to order food and you've got so much choice.
Yeah.
And just going out for food, it's just a lot more common here than what it is in the UK. You could easily just be tempted to order food constantly. You see it happening all the time, and because you drive everywhere most of the time, you're never going up and down stairs. It's always lifts because of how tall the buildings are. Like, there's no
Yeah,
way.
they're huge, aren't they?
When it's in summer, it's so hot, so you're not walking outside as much. So it is easy to gain weight here.
Yeah.
And it makes us laugh because obviously with my clients, I'm telling them to get more steps in, to try and...
When you're not doing them yourself.
You just go to the mall. It's so different now. You're like, I need to get steps in. And it's too hot.
Yeah, the mall's huge as well.
Oh my God. Every time I go, I get lost. I've been so many times now.
I'm not surprised. It's massive.
I can only go to the mall if I have nothing else on that day. Otherwise, I won't make it in time for the plans because I'll end up lost in the mall somewhere trying to find my way back.
It's like the equivalent of going to IKEA, but on like a massive scale. Because like you're never in IKEA for like less than 2 hours, I feel.
Oh my God, yeah, it's so true.
And it's like being in IKEA, but like 10 times bigger. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like, that was one of the things that I was just like, wow, the absolute scale of that place. Like, there's an ice rink in the mall, there's fountains, there's an aquarium.
There's your next job.
I know.
In the ice rink at the mall.
That is great.
Do you want to do a show?
Yeah.
Have you been up the Burj?
No, I actually
Since
haven't.
you've been there? Oh my, it is weird.
Is it? In what way?
Yeah. So, I'm not a fan of lifts in general, mainly because I got stuck in one when I was a kid.
Don't say that. I get scared. I see, like...
Honestly, it is the fastest lift
Really?
I've ever been in. I think it is actually like the fastest lift in the world, but it literally goes... So there's two different tickets you can get. There's one that goes to like, I think it's like 124th floor or something.
Yeah.
And then there's like, you pay double to go like literally about 10 floors higher, which
I've
is
seen
pointless.
that, yeah.
So this lift will take you up there. It's something like 30 seconds.
No.
And it doesn't even feel like you're moving. Yeah, it is mental.
Oh my God.
And there's all these like, I actually got a YouTube video on it on, well, obviously on YouTube, but all up the sides and everything, there's loads of like animations going on and stuff. And then you just step out and it doesn't look real.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird.
Oh.
Like, cars literally look like an ant.
Yeah.
I tried to take photos and stuff, but the photos don't even justify it. Like, it just doesn't look right.
I found that.
But when you're up there, it is... I think you've got to do it. You can't not do it.
Oh, I'll have
Put it
to
that
do
way.
it. I always think I'll save stuff like that for when people come visit because it's a very touristy visit.
Yeah.
And there's no point in doing it and then doing it again and doing it again every time someone comes over. My mum actually came to visit last year and we were going to do it, but it was really overcast.
Yeah.
No point in
Well, that was it. My dad booked it for us for like sundown.
Oh,
So-
nice.
But then it was like overcast. Like all the clouds came in, and we were just like, oh,
Yeah,
never mind.
it makes such a difference. Like, because I can see like the marina from my apartment. So I was like, oh, that's
Very nice.
amazing. And then one day I'll be like, where are all those buildings? Because it's crazy how much it can just.
So how high up are you then?
So I'm quite low in this tower. I'm
Oh.
only on the 22nd floor, which is low.
Only.
Yeah, I know. Whereas
Yeah.
my last apartment was on the 38th floor, and that wasn't even
Right.
the highest floor. It's crazy.
Wow. So, are there any tips that you've got for anyone moving abroad or considering it?
If you're considering it, then you have to do it. Otherwise, it's just going to be that constant niggle in the back of your mind. I say that about like everything in life. It's like once you've opened that loop, you need to just go out and do it.
Yeah. I've had that loop opened recently.
Oh, what for? You wanted to move abroad?
So there's a scheme at work that basically is like a delegation scheme. So it's an 18-month delegation. The only thing is you have no bearing on where you end up.
Oh.
So basically, people are nominated forward for it. It's like a commercial program. So basically, they'll reach out to all the different regions around the world where we've got an office, say who can take someone on from a delegation. And then there'll be like a pot of people and like a pot of places where they can go.
Yeah.
And they try and best fit you to wherever. So you could literally end up anywhere. So there's not so much control over that.
Yeah.
Mainly because you've got to get nominated, go through a whole interview process, and it's basically getting a new job because the delegation, like to pay for a delegation, isn't cheap, like because of all the relocation fees and whatever that people have got to pay. But yeah, that loop is slightly open at the moment.
Oh, do you not even have any idea of the places that you could go to?
It depends on who's willing to take someone on,
Right.
because obviously it's not cheap. My manager's been on it. He was on it during COVID. He was in Stockholm.
Oh.
And he said you basically get paid double because of the relocation fees and everything that you get along with it to help you move.
Oh my god.
So it would all depend on whether I was nominated to begin with.
That would be amazing.
But yeah.
That's definitely.
Well, yeah, because there's no worry about having to go and find a job anywhere. It's
Yeah.
sorted, and there's a cap on it. It's 18 months, so it is taking my interest. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Oh, that would be amazing. So, have you ever thought about moving abroad before?
I have a little bit, yeah, just because of how dull the UK is for 6 to 9 months of the year. I mean, I don't need a lot of sun because, like I said before, I'm very pale and it's just not ideal. And I hate being really hot. Like, I don't mind it, like, 25 to 30 degrees is okay. Anything beyond that, I'm a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's what I get like. But in Dubai, everywhere's got an aircon. It's not like in the UK where it's sunny and you go inside and it's like an oven inside. Whereas here, you'll go inside and you'll cool down instantly.
The girl I used to work with was like that. She said whenever they went out anywhere, they'd literally be hopping from building to building to get in the aircon.
That is exactly what it's like. Like, let's get inside.
So you've said that you're going to be in Dubai for a little while. Is there anywhere else that you're considering or have considered to move to after you've been to Dubai?
Yeah, 100%.
Or is this like a while?
In the back of my mind, like, I've always had Australia. Like, I want to move.
Seems to be everyone.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but for so long, I felt like that's where I should live. Like, it's really weird because I've never been there.
It seems so chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither have I.
Like, I've never been there, but there's something telling us, like, you should go live there.
Yeah. I know so many people that have gone there to travel, and there's a girl I used to go to school with, actually. She's been there for 2 or 3 years now. And she was only meant to, like, she keeps getting her visa extended. I don't know how.
Yeah.
But she
Oh.
it's I know so many people that have been there, even travelling. So
Yeah, it looks amazing. Definitely there and Bali. Those are the two.
oh right. So you're just dotting around all the influencer places then. You'll be in Thailand as well, finding yourself soon
You'll
on a spiritual awakening. Yeah.
Gonna go, no phone, meditate the whole time.
Yeah, you'll be changing your Instagram name and everything. Right, I know you've got something going on around now, so we'll wrap this one up.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No.
This is your chance to plug yourself.
Oh, follow me on Instagram. I feel like that's a go-to.
That is the go-to. Where can they find you?
So on Instagram, it's just Miss Anna Waters, because Anna Waters was already taken. So yeah, I've just got Instagram really. I don't really use any other social media platforms. I've got a TikTok, but I never use it.
I'll put all your links in the show notes below. If you're watching on YouTube, there'll be a link there. I'll try and put something in on Apple and Spotify. I don't think I can link there, but I'll put your name. But yeah, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you drop it a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.